Tom Brady's success story is seriously one of the most motivating tales out there. This living legend has snagged almost every football award possible during his incredible career. But what really sets his story apart is how he started as a benchwarmer in high school, got drafted with little hype, and then morphed into an NFL superstar. How did he pull that off? How did Tom Brady go from zero to hero? That's why we're diving deep into the epic journey of this icon in today's video. Don't forget to hit that like button and share the video so others can get their dose of inspiration too. Let's jump right in. Tom Brady came into this world on August 3, 1977, in San Mateo, California. He was the baby of the family, with 3 older sisters running the show. Now, as a little boy, Brady looked up to some big-name players like Steve Young, Dan Marino, and was particularly a huge fan of Joe Montana. But know this, his journey wasn't like the usual NFL player's story. While most kids start getting into sports around 3rd grade, Brady was way behind. He didn't even dip his toes into football until he hit high school as a freshman. Brady's first taste of football as a freshman was far from impressive, and definitely not the stuff of legends. He was basically warming that bench, not grabbing any spotlight. But hold up, things changed when he hit sophomore year. The main quarterback of his high school team bailed, and Brady stepped up to the plate. As Brady became more and more engrossed in the sport, he decided he was going to take things up a notch. He went all in on getting noticed by scouts and showing them he was no ordinary player. And you know what? He nailed it. That's when he set his sights on Michigan University. Choosing to be a Michigan Wolverine wasn't some instant ticket to field glory for Tom Brady. No, success wasn't about to just fall in his lap overnight. When Brady joined the squad, he was the ultimate underdog. 7 other quarterbacks were ahead of him on the depth chart. So if he wanted in, he had to kick his game up 1,000 notches. And guess what? He did just that. Laser-focused, he outshined the competition and earned himself the backup role by sophomore year. And he wasn't done yet. Just like back in high school, he had to keep it humble and bide his time for that golden opportunity. And that time did come. 2 whole years after setting foot in Michigan, he finally got his shot. He led Michigan to a win in the 1999 Orange Bowl, showing his determination and smarts. Physical prowess might not have been his ace, but he led his team to not 1, but 2 bowl games, sealing the deal with a victory over Alabama. Despite Tom Brady's success in college, he faced another obstacle in his quest to make it to the U.S. National Football League. When Brady was nearing the end of his college career, his coach only received 1 call from an NFL team expressing interest in him. While other players were fielding calls from top-notch teams, Brady got left in the dust. But that didn't throw him off track. He had his sights locked on the NFL draft and was dead set on making it happen. Fast forward to the 2000 NFL draft, when all the professional teams select the top college players to strengthen their rosters. Brady was finally picked in the 6th round, a lowly 199th overall, by the New England Patriots. The draft reports didn't paint him in the best light either, pointing out all sorts of flaws. But here's where it gets really interesting. Those slights, the shade thrown at him by talent scouts, they're the very things that transformed Brady into the legend he is now. They fueled his hunger to win and prove everyone wrong. And who would have guessed that he'd go on to win more Super Bowls single-handedly than some teams have in their entire histories? Now, let's be real. Brady wasn't topping the charts in ratings, athleticism, numbers, or mechanics. But he had the 2 things that truly mattered: heart and sheer determination. He harnessed these qualities to show the NFL and its fans that he should have been the first pick in that draft. Being passed over in the draft was a bitter pill to swallow, but Brady used it as motivation to achieve future success and prove his worth. As always, Brady waited on the bench for a year, watching and waiting. But fate had other plans. In 2001, an injury to Patriots quarterback Drew Bledsoe gave Brady his big shot. He totally owned it. He bagged his first Super Bowl MVP award and led the Patriots to their inaugural Vince Lombardi trophy. After that, there was no turning back. Moving on to 2004, the Patriots were back in the Super Bowl, taking down the Carolina Panthers. And as for Brady, he scooped up another Super Bowl MVP award. The winning streak kept going strong, with the Patriots racking up 21 consecutive victories. But then came a rough patch. In the kickoff game of the 2008 NFL season, Brady suffered a gnarly knee injury that ended his year. But true to form, he made a comeback the next season, earning a Pro Bowl spot by leading the Patriots to another shot at the playoffs. Then, in 2010, Brady lit up, throwing a whopping 36 touchdown passes and helping the Patriots lock in a league-best 14-2 record. Although they stumbled in the playoffs the next season, Brady's greatness couldn't be denied. He snagged his second league MVP title, and what's more, he became the first player ever to grab that award unanimously. In 2016, things got seriously rough for Brady. He got slapped with a 4-game suspension due to a scandal. But check this out. Though the year kicked off on a downer, it finished on an insanely high note. Brady made a comeback like no other, steering the Patriots right back into the Super Bowl spotlight. And it wasn't just any win. He orchestrated the most epic turnaround in the game's history. Down 28-3, he rallied the Patriots, and they clawed their way back to beat the Atlanta Falcons in overtime. Talk about a jaw-dropping moment. For a whopping 20 years, Tom Brady has been dishing out some rock-solid evidence that he's the cream of the crop in the football world. He has been a total force, making appearances in 10 out of the last 20 Super Bowls. And let's not forget, he's nabbed the MVP title 5 times out of his 7 victories in those big games. Here's the kicker. Brady didn't just slow down with age. Nope. He somehow defied all logic and actually got better. He kept snatching up wins even after he hit 37, and he didn't stop there. He added 4 more Super Bowl victories to his collection, 2 of them even when he was in his 40s. But like all good things, Brady's wild ride eventually came to an end. At the ripe old age of 45, he hung up his helmet. His record? 7 Super Bowl wins spanning 3 decades. And he basically owns every quarterback record you can think of. He wasn't just a legend, he's practically the king of the sporting world, not just in the NFL, but all across the board. Brady's journey wasn't just about natural talent. It was about the sheer force of his will and unwavering determination. Every time he stepped onto the field, he was on a mission to level up. He wore his role as a leader and quarterback with deep respect, treating each day as a fresh chance to prove something. Not to others, but to himself, his coaches, and even the skeptics. He wasn't just there by chance. He was there because he had earned it. And he was convinced he was the absolute best for the job. By subscribing to our channel, you're making sure you don't miss out on all the amazing stories and insights we share. So hit that button now. Until we catch up again, take care.